let's understand this portion of difference between manual and automation. So what, according to you guys, what is manual testing or what is automation testing? Difference between that. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, Raju, just tell me.
सर मैनुअल टेस्टिंग में हम लोग विदाउट कोड्स खुद एक तरीके से एक एक चेक करते हैं और ऑटोमेशन में मतलब नॉर्मली हम लोग एक बार कोड लिखते हैं और उसके बाद फिर ऑटोमेटिकली सारे जो भी टेस्ट
Okay,
केसेस हैं वो
got it.
परफॉर्म होते हैं.
Fine, got it. So we can say over here testing done manually, okay, by or you can say we are doing the testing on our own, okay. Over here testing done with the help of a tool, simple. So this is a basic difference between manual and automation, nothing more than that, okay. So manual as in tasks done by us and automation tasks done by a particular tool. Whatever we are performing, that same action is performed by the tool itself. Now, why automation? Okay, why automation? Why do we need automation? What, or you can say advantages of automation. So why do we need or
Reduces
why
the
don't we
chance of
need?
errors.
Okay,
To save the overall timing. So
okay. So saving time. Okay, okay. What else? Yeah, Raju, just
manpower
tell me.
using the testers.
So less
सर
resource.
हम लोग एक साथ
Yeah, go ahead.
सर हम लोग एक साथ बहुत सारे टेस्ट केस परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं.
That you can do it in manual as well, right? If you have like multiple testers working
नॉर्मली
together.
एट द सेम टाइम
हाँ हाँ
मतलब एक ही पर्सन ज्यादा चीजें कर सकते हैं.
हाँ. So you can say less resources. Okay, you are using less resources in automation, and you are saving the time. Okay, we can say efficiency is increased in case of automation. As in, if you are working for almost 8 hours, okay, normal 8 hours office work, and then if I'm asking you to work for more, or you can say next 2 hours or next 3 hours, you might be tired and you might not be able to execute or give the maximum efficiency of yours. But in case of automation, you may run the automation script n number of times, okay, and for a number of hours, okay, that way it won't get tired up and it won't be giving wrong or incorrect results, right? So efficiency is more in case of automation. You are saving the time, less resources, okay, is utilized. Mm, okay, so let's go with this only, okay. Now,
Mhm.
what are the different automation tools you guys are aware of? So we are aware about one particular tool, that is Selenium, which we are going to learn. And this is a free tool, okay? So when we say free, that is also called as open source, right? Open source, or you can say free to use. And there are some tools which are paid as well, okay? So which are the tools which you guys are aware of? First is Selenium. Sorry? Jira, okay. No, I'm just going for automation tools wherein UI automation. Okay, you can go for UI automation tools. Yeah, any idea? That is part of Selenium soup only. Okay, I can go with a name called as UFT, if you have heard of this name. Sorry, this is called as Unified Functional Testing Tool. Earlier, this was called as QTP. and this is nothing but a product of company that is HP, Hewlett Packard. Okay. Then there is one more tool which is free, that is APM. This is useful for mobile application testing, and this is for a web-based application. Okay, this way. I'll list one more over here, that is our test complete. Third, I will list as auto IT. This is for generally used for desktop based application. Okay, automation of desktop based application like Skype, or if you want to automate specific Windows applications like Notepad, Word. Okay, those things. Third one is Renorex. Now these are some of the tools which I have mentioned over here, okay, which are quite popular in the industry. There are few more which are coming up over here in this list and which are gaining some popularity, that is Cypress, okay, and then we have Playwright. So this is created by Microsoft, okay, and this is a open source, as in many people are contributing to this particular software. So these are some of the tools, or you can say UI automation tools, or you can say functional tools, function automation tools, which are popular in the industry. But maximum you would have heard about this particular name, that is Selenium. It's almost from back 2004. This has started, Selenium has started its journey, and still it's a leading tool which is in the market, um, and used widely in the industry. Okay, so let's go with why Selenium. Okay, so what are the benefits or advantages of Selenium? The very first one is it supports multiple operating system, or you can say all the operating system, as in Windows, Macintosh, Linux. All the operating system are been supported by Selenium. So you can run the code of Selenium in all the operating system available with us. Second, it supports multiple browsers. Okay, it supports multiple browsers. All the available browsers, or you can say popular browsers like Firefox, Chrome, Opera, Safari. Opera, I think right now it's not supported, but Safari, okay, Edge. So all those are been supported. Third one is it supports multiple programming languages. Okay, supports multiple programming languages. So you can take the help of Java, okay, C Sharp, Python, Ruby, JavaScript, and so on. So all the programming languages, okay, there is a list of programming languages based on which you can do automation over here. As in, they have provided set of libraries for each and every programming languages separately. Okay, we will be going with Java as a language. Okay, fourth, it's free. Okay, actually, this should be the very first one, right? Because whichever tool is free, it's cost effective from project point of view. Okay, so free to use, I would say, free to use or apply, okay, and free support, or you can say lot of blogs, okay, videos, okay, um, sites available to help you with your challenges. Okay, if you face any particular challenge in implementing the code, or execution of the code, then there are many websites available. Generally, we would be following one website that is called a Stack Overflow. Okay, this is one website which you might be visiting later on also. Whenever you feel there is an exception, you can go to this particular site and post your query, okay, whatever exception message you are getting, and you will get answers over there. Okay, even if you are following some specific blogs or videos or particular channel, or we are teaching you, so you can come back to us and you can ask, so we will be helping you out with. So basically there are number of resources available, okay, to help you with your challenges. Whereas say for example, if you are going with this particular tool or any of this paid tool, you have to purchase the support as well. Okay, you have to purchase the support as well. So they will be supporting through email, so they take charge for email support or through phone support. Okay, so they have different variation with the charges. So these are some of the advantages which it makes Selenium as a best tool available in the market. Sure. Now we are having, or we are going to use Selenium, but Selenium is comprising of different, what you say, tools available inside the Selenium suite. Okay, Selenium itself is a big suite wherein you have Selenium IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Then earlier it was Selenium RC, that is remote control. Then we have WebDriver, okay, and then we are having Grid. Okay, so these four tools, or you can say four different options, you are having inside your Selenium suite. Okay, as of now RC is obsolete. Okay, as of now RC is obsolete, so it has not been used or supported by Selenium people also, so we are not going to use it. Okay, and we are going to learn about Selenium WebDriver. Selenium ID is nothing but a simply record and playback tool. I'll just give you a demonstration of that also. Playback. Okay, so it records each and every action. If you are clicking somewhere on a particular control, it will record that action as a command in a form of command, and then you can play whenever you want. Okay, it's nothing but an extension of your browser. Okay, earlier it was only supported with Firefox browser, but now it's supported in all the browsers like Firefox, Chrome, Edge. Okay, all the browsers you can find. Then comes WebDriver. Now WebDriver is providing you with library files to automate your manual task. Okay, say for example, if you want to open a browser, okay, then they are providing a get method. So get method is going to take URL, okay, whatever URL you want to open. Now get method is already implemented in case of WebDriver. I think your API portion of session is remaining. In that, in case of API or web services, you will be learning about get, post, okay, put and update kind of request. So generally, whatever client and server communication happens, these kind of request only goes to from client to server. So internally, implementation of get will be having a request as a get. Okay, so that would be inside the implementation of that get, this particular method get. So these methods are already implemented; they are predefined. But we need to understand what is a method, how to call a method, okay, what is a parameter, so what is a class, what is an interface. So for that we need to understand a particular programming language. So over here we are going to learn about Java as a programming language. So in this portion we will learn about how to create a class, how to declare things, or how to run your programs. So concepts, I would say, concept portion. Okay, and syntax learning will be part of your Java programming. So don't feel that you need to become a Java developer, okay, and you need to create a big enterprise level applications with Java. So need not to go with that particular mindset. Okay, we are just going to understand with core Java concepts or syntaxes. So initially we will be learning this Java portion, and then we are going to understand with the WebDriver library files. They are predefined library files available in the provided by the WebDriver team, and we are just going to use it. Okay, say for example, if you want to close the browser, you'll just call this method, that is close. If you want to maximize the browser, you will just say maximize. Okay, so these are some of the predefined methods, and they are very user, they have given a very user friendly name also. So like after writing this code multiple number of times while practicing, you are going to remember this part. Okay, so this I'll keep over here. Now let's understand grid. So if you want to run your code on multiple browsers and multiple operating systems at the same time, say for example you are having Windows 10, Firefox, Windows 10, Chrome, Macintosh, sorry, and Safari. So if you want to run your code parallelly on different operating system and with different combinations of browsers at the same time, this we generally do when we are going for compatibility testing, isn't it? So if you want to test for this compatibility testing, you can go for the grid. Okay. So there is a concept of hub and node. Okay. There is a concept of hub and node. So with hub, you will make it as a server. Okay. And node will be your separate machines, that will be client machines. So on your hub or server, you will be having or your code, and then node you will be running these. Okay, compatibility. Okay, so you will be running your code on these particular machines. So that will become your node or client. Clear? Got an understanding of this? So Selenium suite is comprising of all these things. Clear with this part? Now let's take an example of Selenium ID, and then later on I will ask you guys to download this portion, that is Java, and I'll explain you about Java, what all things you need to install and do things. Okay. So with Chrome, open your Chrome browser, okay, and then you have to go to Chrome Store. You have to go to Chrome Store. So you will get to see this Chrome web store available over here. Just click on it, and over here in search the store, okay, you can just search for Selenium ID. Okay, Selenium IDE. Okay, so it will come over here, or you can just say enter. So you have to open this Chrome web store at Chrome browser only. Okay, don't try to open this in Firefox browser. Many people do that kind of mistake. That's all. So you can see Selenium ID is coming over here, and it is provided by, like, the website name has been changed, but this is the older one. Just click on it. It's already added into my machine. That is, you can see the icon over here. But if it is not installed in your machine, you will see a button with name or label as add to Chrome. Just have to click on that button and this extension will be added into your Chrome browser. Okay, it might ask you to refresh or reopen or restart the browser. Just follow the process. Okay, and it will be added over here. Just in case if you are not able to see it, okay, click on this and you can, like, by clicking on this pin, okay, you can either remove it or you can add it. Okay, clear with this part, how to do this? Okay, now let's go with running a code. So we are going to follow or record a script on our website, that is gadgets gallery. Okay, so let's understand, this is a website which we have already used, and over here what I want to do, I want to click on this log yourself in link. Okay, this is a manual task, and I want to pass some invalid credentials, email address and invalid password, and then click on sign in button. Okay, so these are my steps, and then I want to validate whether this message, validation message, is coming or not. This is a simple manual task. Okay, now you have written a test case for this, and whenever, or you can say you have written test case for valid, invalid, blank entries also. Now you want to automate this portion. Okay, so with Selenium ID, with the help of Selenium ID. So what you can do is you can open this URL in your Chrome browser and just click on this Selenium ID icon. So I'll click on it. So it will open this kind of pop-up, and it's going to give you these many options, like if you want to record a new test, you want to open an existing project, you want to create a new project, or close the Selenium ID pop-up box. So as of now, I want to record a new test in a new project. Okay, I don't have an existing project, and I don't want to see create a new project and then you have to record it again. So I will just click on this one. Now it's going to ask me project name, so I'll say gadgets gallery and then click on OK button. Now it's asking me to give me the base URL. So base URL is the very first part of your URL, as in domain name and then subdomain. So over here you can see selenumhq.org. For us, it will be a lengthy one, that is up till here. Okay, because IP address and folder gadgets. So this is our base URL. So Control C. Okay, copy this and paste it over here. So if you are automating any other website, it will be the very initial part, or you can say the home page URL would be your base URL. Okay, and then I will click on start recording. So it should open up a new page, new web page with this particular URL opened up. Okay, so I'll click on this. See, it has opened a new web page, and it's beneath the page you can see Selenium ID is recording. That kind of messages coming up. Now what I want to do, I want to perform a click action on this link. So I will click on this link. So that is being recorded as well, and you are actually performing that action over here as well. Okay, so that command is also recorded and action is also performed. Now I will just pass some invalid details. I will pass some invalid details over here and then click on sign in button. So whatever I'm performing or doing actions over here, that is actually getting recorded in form of commands. Now you are getting this error, or you can say validation message. So for this, see, there is no typing or there is no click action over here. What I want to do, I want to verify this text. whether this text is coming or not after performing this action. So what I will do, I'll just right click on this text itself and I will go to this option, that is Selenium IDE. This option is going to come only when you are recording the session or you're recording a particular action. Otherwise, this portion of the Selenium ID option is not going to come. Then you have these options: assert, store, verify. So I will be going with the verify part. There is a slight difference between assert and verify, but all the options available in verify will be present in assert also. But there is a difference between that. I'll explain that later on. So you have to go to verify, and then what you have to verify? You want to verify the text, whether that text is present or not. So you just click on this text, and that has also been recorded. Now you go back to your tool. Okay, you go back to your tool, and over here you can see the stop recording icon. Just click on it, and it will stop the recording, and it will ask you to provide a name for your test case. So I will say invalid login check. So this is my test case name I have given over here, and then just click on OK. So over here you can see this is my test case, and these are some of the commands. You can see whatever actions I have performed, they are actually coming over here as in form of simple commands, simple English commands. Okay, this particular tool is not that much widely used in industry. Okay, because it does not support multiple things and you cannot do programming over here, but definitely this is useful when your project is small and still you want to go for automation, because when you go for automation or writing automation using WebDriver, it is going to consume a lot of time. So if your project, say for example, is of 3 months or 2 months, you are spending time on automation, and when you want to use the code or scripts, then the entire project tenure or schedule is getting completed. So there is no meaning of going for automation. Okay, so only for projects where the timeline is small and still you want to go for automation, over there only you will be going for this particular segment. Now over here you can see there are two play button. This is run current test. So this is the current test which is already selected. So it's going to get executed. This is for running all the tests. So you have a test suite and then there are multiple test cases inside it. So if you want to run multiple test cases, if right now we are having only one test case, but if you have recorded multiple test cases and you want to execute it one by one, then you have to click over here. Okay, and this is for speed, test execution speed. I'll make it little slow. Okay, sure. And then let's run this test. So it's going to perform each and every action whatever we have done manually. Okay, so it's done, and see all the commands now are coming in the green color with the tick in front of it. So with the, and over here also in the log you can see OK messages coming in front of each and every command which has been executed, and over here you can see the time at what time it got executed, and in the last you will see this particular test case completed successfully. This message will come when all of your steps or commands got executed successfully without any error or exception. Okay, so this is how our test case got completed successfully. Say for example, I'll remove this particular word, password. Okay, say for example. Now your test case is going to fail because verified text is what it's going to do. This command, it's going to check whether at this particular target or locator you are having this text or not, or whatever text is coming over here, that text is matching with this particular value or not. If it is not matching, then it's going to give me an error. Okay, so let's rerun this code. So you will get to see a error or fail message. Okay, so there you can see failure. There is one failure, and over here you can say invalid login check ended with one error. And what is the error? Actual value. So this is the actual value. It did not match this particular value. So expected value is not matching with the actual value, you can say, and that is why your test case got failed. So this is how you can record your test cases one by one and then accordingly perform with the help of this run script. Okay. If you want to record another one, you can just click on the start recording and it will start to go to the recording. But for that, you need to create a test. Okay, you need to add one particular test over here, then perform this. Okay, so this much understanding is more than sufficient because we need not to go into detail for Selenium ID because hardly it's been used in the industry. But it's just because it is part of your Selenium suite. That's the reason I'm just explaining you this. Else, in interview also, no one is going to ask you about this particular tool, and you won't be using this tool in industry as well. Okay, sure. Comfortable up till this part, guys? Clear? Let me close
Yes.
this. Now, with this exe which I have shared you earlier on, okay, with the email, let's understand why I have shared you. So, as I told you, to learn or understand WebDriver code, we need to understand first of all a programming language that is Java, that to core Java. But to run Java or programs to be written in Java, okay, we need to have something available with us as well. So there are two portions in Java, that is JDK and JR. So JDK stands for Java Development Kit, okay, and GRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Now, Java Development Kit, this is to be used when you want to create a program in Java and then execute it also. Okay, so when you want to create a code in Java and execute it. Whereas JRE is to be only used when your program is already available, or you can say when you are having an application which is created in Java or with the help of Java and you want to execute it or you want to run that particular program, then you need Java. So when you want to execute a program created in Java. So there is a tool called as performance testing tool called as JMeter. Now this tool is created in Java only. Okay, with the help of Java programming language, this particular tool has been created. So if you want to execute this tool or you want to run this exe file, then you need to have GRE at least available in your system. In that particular case, if you don't have JDK, then you don't need to like install it to execute them. Clear? So this is the basic difference between JDK and JR. So we want to create a code in Java and execute it. So we need to have JDK available in our system. We will be going with JDK 1.8 or you can say only 8. Okay. To install it, you need to download it and run a particular exe file. Okay, I have already provided you over here in your Google Drive. Okay, what you need to do over here is, first of all, you need to go and check in your program, or you can just need to check which type of your machine is, like it's a 64-bit machine or it's a 32-bit machine. So you can right click on this PC or my computer. Okay, and you should see this system settings page. So over here you will see system type mentioned, that is 64-bit operating system. For you, if it's 32-bit operating system, then you have two different files. Okay, this is a 64-bit machine, okay, for 64-bit, and this is for 32-bit machine. So don't download both the files. Okay, first of all, check what kind of system you are having, system type you are having, and then accordingly download that particular exe only. Okay, this would be, I think, in zip file, or it's directly in exe. So you can just download it, okay, and execute it. The execution is very simple. You just have to double click on that particular exe and perform next. Okay, and also one thing, you can check whether it is already installed in your system or not. For that, what you have to do, because sometimes when you purchase a laptop or system, Java is pre-installed in your system. So what, in case of Windows, you have to like press the Windows icon, okay, plus R, Windows R. Okay, so it will open up this Windows run. Okay, just type in CMD. That is for command prompt, or directly you can open command prompt in your Windows machine. Enter, and this kind of screen will come up. Okay, able to see, right? And now you have to type in one command, that is Java in small space hyphen version. Okay, I'll note it down over here. So you have to type in, so Windows R, then you have to type in CMD, and in case of command prompt, you have to just type in Java space hyphen version. Okay, so if Java is already installed in your machine, okay, if you enter over here, you are going to see the version which is available or installed in your specific machine. Okay, if it is not installed, it will give you some message like command not understood or whatever, right? Some message which will make you understand it is not installed in your machine. Clear? And if you type this command where Java and enter, so it's going to tell you where exactly it has been stored. If you have like if it is already installed in your machine, this is the default location, guys. C drive, program files, Java, JDK, bin is binary, and then java.exe. Okay, so this is a default path. When you are installing JDK, just follow next, need not to do anything. Okay, just next, and it will install automatically. And last, you just have to click on the close button. Okay, that's it. Clear
सर
this part? Yeah, Rajesh.
सर आपने वो सेटिंग्स में बिट कहाँ पे चेक किया?
You just have to right click on the my computer or my PC and go to properties.
माय कंप्यूटर मतलब नॉर्मल, ओके,
This PC,
मतलब मैं
you can see
सेटिंग्स में हूँ,
this
वहाँ
PC.
पे मैं कहाँ पे जा सकता हूँ?
If you have opened the settings, okay, this page, you can see system type, that is 64-bit or generally latest all laptops are 64 based machines only, but just in case if you have an old machine available with you, okay, it might be a 32-bit operating system. Okay, that's it.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Now, okay. Now, once your Java is installed, you have to do, or you can say, setting up of environment variables. Okay, setting up of environment variables. This is necessary because when you start your machine, your system should be aware of that where exactly your Java exe is been stored, or you can say Java compiler is been located or stored. Okay, so for that we need to set up the environment variables. So how to do that? Okay, just same follow the same steps. Okay, open your Explorer. Okay, right click on this PC, or in case my computer this PC, go to properties. I'm recording this everything, okay, so you can later on see. And then you will see advanced system setting. In case of Windows 10, this kind of option you will see. In case of Windows 11 or another machine, you will see different way of representation. So advanced system settings. And in case of advanced tab, you will see environment variables tab or button. Okay, just click on that button. Now there are two options available. These are like user variables for this particular user and then system variables. Okay. What you can do is, see, this is the default location. C drive, program files, Java, JDK. This is the default location. So in case of system variables, you can click on new, okay, and then type Java underscore home, and in variable value you just have to pass this value C drive program files Java JDK. Okay, you can find it over here also, C drive, okay, program files Java JDK. Okay, up till this part. So just copy this path and save it over here. Okay, so you have created a Java home. Fine. Once you have created this, this is the very first step. And then there will be a variable which is already created in case of in your system. This variable is path variable. So you just have to click on edit. Need not to go for new. Okay, click on edit. And in the last, if you say click on new, okay, you just have to write this line, percentage Java underscore home percentage slash bin. Okay, bin is for binary folder or binary file. Okay, so over here you can see bin is the folder name. Okay, either you can do this way, or what you can do, directly go to this particular folder, copy this path and paste it over here directly. You need not to create Java home and then do things like this. Right? The reason I'm doing this way is, say for example, if you update your Java version, okay, so at that time you don't have to go into path variable and look for this. You just have to search for your Java home, okay, over here, search for Java home and just change the path of your JDK. So tomorrow if you install 16 or 17 version, just change this. Path variable need not to be changed or updated, right? So that is the reason many people follow this process also. Otherwise, I have mentioned this way only. C drive program files Java JDK and then bin. You can directly paste this path over here also. So once you have done this, you can say, okay, you have set up the environment variable. Just click on OK. Okay. Again, click on OK and then click on OK. So this way you have set up the JDK, or you can say environment variables in your machine. Fine. So this is the process of your setting of environment variables. Then we need to install one more thing. Okay, so initially we have installed JDK. Now I am providing you this JDK exe in Google Drive. In Office or in company, you did not to install this also. Your admin or IT admin person or support person is going to do this part. Okay, but just in case you want to understand where this is being stored or where you need to download, okay, just Google it. Okay, go to Google and just say download JDK 8, or you can say 1.8 for Windows or for Mac. So Java language is a platform independent language. We say it is a platform independent language. So what does that mean? Platform independent language? Anyone having idea? चल सकते, right? So platform means any operating system. You write a code in Java, and if you want to run it on Macintosh, it will get executed over there. If you want to execute that on Windows, that code is going to execute on Windows as well. So how it is possible? How that is they have made possible? They have provided different Java virtual machines that is called as JVM. Okay, so you will see on this page now Java is part of Oracle. Earlier it was not part of Oracle. So just this is JDK 8. U stands for update, and that is 202. And you can see these are Java Development Kit 8 update, that is 202. These are different operating system being laid out or mentioned over here. Okay, in the last you will see Windows 32-bit. This is x86 means 32-bit, and x64 means 64-bit. So if you want to download it, you can download your Java from here as well. But for this, you need to have an Oracle account with you, and then only you can download it. Okay. So what you need to do, you just have to click on this exe. Okay. It will give you a pop-up like this that you should accept their license agreement. Click on this checkbox. Okay. Click on download, and then it will ask you for login or sign up for Oracle. But we don't have Oracle sign on or sign in account, so we need to create. So don't have an Oracle account, you have to create. So click on create account. Okay. You need to fill in all the details they have asked. Okay. Only email address needs to be only email address needs to be what do you say, correct one. Rest information you give, any information you can give over here. It's taking time to do. Anyways, you can create an account from this particular page, and then once you have created account, you have verified your email address, then you can use this particular page to sign in. So username would be your email address, and password would be the password you have set up over here in this particular page. Okay, I'm closing this, it's taking a lot of time. So because it's a lengthy process to download and install, that's the reason I have given you this option of downloading it from directly from here. And later on in future, when you go to industry, as I mentioned, this will be part of your administrator IT support team member. Okay. So this is the very first portion of installing, okay, downloading and installing Java. Okay. Second is we need to install Eclipse tool. Now this tool, again, Eclipse is nothing but an IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Okay. This tool is used for writing Java code and executing them. Okay. So It is providing you a platform wherein you can write the Java code and execute. You can create projects, you can create Java class and accordingly execute them. So there is no what you say installation or part over here in Eclipse. You just have to go to your browser and search for Eclipse IDE. Okay, right now I'm using Oxygen. You can go for Photon. There are many more Eclipse IDE available on the website, but this Photon is sufficient. So I'll share this link also with you guys. So this is the link. Control C. I'll share it over here as well as in WhatsApp group also. I'll share that later on. Okay. Now you have this particular ID for Java Enterprise Edition developers and then Eclipse ID for Java developers. This is 345 MB and this is 195 MB. This is sufficient to go, like 195 MB is for us. This usage of this is okay. You have to again select 32-bit or 64-bit. If your machine is 64-bit, just click on it and it will start getting downloaded. Okay. So once downloaded, you can extract it. Okay. Let me show you how it will look like. So this is Oxygen version and this is Photon. So this kind of Eclipse exe or zip file would be there, and you just have to right click and extract to and then the name. So what will happen? A folder with that particular name will come up with an extraction. Just open it up and you will see eclipse.exe present as a third last option. Okay, but for Eclipse to run, you need to have Java installed, or you can say JDK installed in your machine. If your JDK is not installed and properly configured, your Eclipse is not going to start. Okay, that is a main criteria. And also to remember one thing, you need to have only one instance of Java. Say for example, if you have already installed JDK 8 and if you are trying to install JDK 16 or 17, then again there will be a conflict in running the Eclipse. So only one instance of Java should be installed in your machine. Okay, so this completes our installation part of both the programs. Okay, so we'll keep up till this portion only. Okay.